So this is a message for someone. I don't know who needs to hear it, but somebody needs to hear it because it was something I was inspired to talk about this morning. So after my meditation, I got this strong message from Spirit about paying attention because you're in a time of being tested. And what I mean by that is you're in a time when things are going to repeat and they're going to only get like more and more annoying until you get the lesson, until you understand what the situation is trying to teach you, what it's trying to help you become aware of. So listen, you got to realize that certain things in your life keep looping, and they're going to keep looping until you get it, until you understand what it is within you that you have to overcome that is constantly making that lesson repeat. We don't get off the hook, okay? Nobody's ever off the hook when it comes to learning certain lessons. And it's like the universe is going to keep sending you the same situation, person, circumstances, experiences until you get it, until you finally see the truth of that experience, until you finally see what that situation is meant to teach you. You are in a time of purging right now. We are all in a time of purging. We are all in a time of releasing. We are all in a time of moving through some big lessons here at the end of this year. And when we're moving through big lessons, what happens is we're going to get repeating experiences. We're going to have the same arguments with people, or we're going to have a test show up in exactly the same way over and over and over and over and over until you get it, until you finally see, oh, wait a minute, maybe I need to stop responding the same way. Wait a minute, maybe I need to start ignoring this person. Maybe I need to start cutting people off. Maybe I need to not allow people so close to me, or not allow, and I'm talking like people that are toxic, people that are always showing up the same way, always doing the same shit, always wanting the same things from you without wanting to give anything in return. This is an example I have in my own life where somebody keeps showing up and wants to get in contact with me and wants me to be available for them. But you see, it's not going to happen because I've learned my lesson, and I'm not going to be available for someone that is always taking and isn't giving anything, right? Like, it's about looking at situations in your life that are repeating, that are really annoying, that are really irritating, that you're like, what the fuck? Like, how many times is this going to repeat? Those are the situations that are your test. This is the test for the remainder of 2024, where you are asked to recognize and notice and see how you continuously respond the same way. And so therefore it keeps happening, right? Even like something like a financial circumstance. Do you keep feeling the same way about money and then expecting money to come to you and then it's not coming to you? Like, do you keep having that same experience with finances? Do you keep having the same experience from a relationship, from a person, burp validation? Well, here's what's happening. It's like Spirit is going to keep sending you the same lesson, the same experience over and over and over until you become so tired of it, until you become so sick of it, until you're like, oh my God, I am absolutely not going to repeat this pattern. I'm absolutely not going to respond the same way anymore. It's like it has to happen because it has to push you to the brink of breaking you open. And every time that there is a breakdown in your life, you have to look at it as a breaking open. What are you being broken open with? What situation is bringing you to your breaking point? What situation is causing you to feel like you can't fucking take it anymore? And these situations are the situations that are meant to break you open so that the light can shine in, as Rumi says. The light shines in to those dark places. It reveals an unhealed wound. It reveals an unhealed pattern. It reveals resistance within you, something that you are continuously resisting, right? So if nothing is changing in your life and your experiences are continuously the same, then maybe it's continuously the same because you are meant to awaken. You are meant to see that it is only you who has control over it. It is only you who is able to change the outcome. And the only way that you're going to change the outcome is by responding differently. So if I have somebody that's trying to come into my life or is trying to stay in my life, who I know is not good for me, who I know isn't in my future, who I know has nothing to offer me, then I'm not going to keep repeating a cycle with that person. My cutoff game is going to be strong, like it's boom, done. And it has to be that way because I don't want to stay in suffering. I don't want to keep looping with people that I don't need to keep looping with. I don't want to repeat lessons 400 fucking times until I get so worn down, so exhausted, so tired that I can't handle shit anymore, or that I can't even handle life anymore. And and I was pondering something actually this morning after my meditation. I'm like, is it strong people that are always the ones who end up like repeating these patterns? It's almost like the stronger you are, the more resilience you have, the more you're going to continue with certain people, certain patterns. It's like you're just going to stretch it out longer because for some reason you have this like belief system that like you're supposed to tolerate pain, that you're supposed to put up with feeling like crap. And it's that foundational belief within you that has to stop. That's what needs to end. That's what needs to have light shine on it, have you become hyper aware of. Do you have a pattern? Do you carry a belief system within you that you deserve suffering, that you deserve pain, that you are supposed to suck it up and keep going, right? How many times do we have that in society where people say that even to their kids, like, suck it up, buttercup. You're not supposed to suck anything up. If something is uncomfortable, that is giving you a message. It's giving you a sign. It's trying to teach you something. It's trying to make you aware of like, hey, you don't need to suffer. Why don't you change the circumstances? Why don't you change the experience? Why don't you change how you respond to it? And maybe you need to stop responding to it so that the pattern doesn't keep looping, so that it doesn't keep happening. Like, our happiness is so our choice. And this is something I so deeply recognize. And ever since I've cut out like, narcissistic family members and just people that I didn't align with, ever since I've made these cuts, like I'm telling you, like my cutoff game is hardcore, guys. Like it is hardcore. Like when somebody like breaks a certain, how do I say it? It's like when you break my trust to the be all end all, like I'm done. And I'm sharing this with you because I think you need to adopt this mentality and this personality. It's like, can you allow yourself just to be done? Done with people that are not in alignment with you, done with situations that are not in alignment with you, done with jobs, circumstances, just anything and everything that doesn't make you feel good. Like, you don't have to keep perpetuating it. The lesson doesn't have to take a fucking lifetime to learn. It can be something that you can resolve in a short amount of time. It can be something that you can overcome. And it's literally just a matter of choice. It's a matter of you deciding and saying, you know what? I don't need to keep suffering. I don't need to keep having this shitty experience that I don't like. It's a choice. So just remember that you are in a season of purging. That means situations, people, oh my God, and happy Mercury retrograde, by the way, because it officially starts today. We've been in shadow for like 2 weeks, but Mercury officially goes retrograde today. So you bet your ass people, situations, circumstances, all kinds of things from the past are going to resurface in your life at this time. And they're going to resurface to test you. to see how you're going to respond, to see how you show up, to see if you're willing to go on another round on the merry-go-round. You know, it just, that's it. Like, there is no other reason why things repeat. Repetition is the mother of learning, is it not? Right? And so if repetition is the mother of learning, a difficult situation, an uncomfortable situation, something hard, something that's really not game, you know, that's really not bringing you joy, is going to keep repeating over and over and over and over until you get, like I said, exhausted from it, until you get to the point where you're like, I'm done. I don't want to participate in this anymore. I don't want to talk to this person anymore. I don't want to look at this person anymore. I don't want to do anything with this situation anymore. I don't want to fucking go to this job anymore. Whatever it is for you. Whatever it is for you. What is that thing that you are most sick of? That you're most tired of? That you're just like, I'm done and I'm so exhausted and I'm not looping in this shit anymore. What is that thing for you? Because whatever that thing is, that is your test right now. That is your test for the rest of November, for all of December. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to all my beautiful American people. We've already had Thanksgiving, of course, in Canada. But even situations at Thanksgiving, you know, even situations right now that are going to be coming up for you during the holidays. If there is anything on loop, if there's anything annoying that just keeps happening, ask yourself this. What can I do to get off this merry-go-round? Can I stop participating? Can I stop showing up for this person? Can I stop getting together with these people if it's a constant annoyance? What is it for you? What can you do? What can you proactively do to get off the merry-go-round? So that you can give yourself permission to have a new experience, so that you can allow and make space for new experiences to come into your world, for new people to come into your world. What is that thing for you? Become aware. Pay attention to the things that you find most annoying. The thing that is driving you most crazy. Pay attention to these things, because these are the keys. This is those little golden nuggets that are showing up for you, that are helping you to see what needs to change in your life, that are helping you to understand what you need to do differently, how you need to respond differently. If it's a health issue, then what the hell needs to change with your health? Do you need to start working out? Do you need to start getting more serious about taking care of your body? For me, it's foods. I notice all the time. I had a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch today. What a fucking mistake. It causes so much inflammation in my body. Like I just, right? So believe me, I'm telling myself this message too. Like, there's just certain things that I'm noticing that I'm like, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick and tired of always choosing the same foods when I know that they cause inflammation in my body, and I know that my body doesn't like it, and I know that it doesn't nurture and feed my body in the way that I need it to, but yet I keep choosing the same foods. Like my damn coffee every morning. It's not doing me any favors. So yeah, so I wanted to share that because it's time. It's time that you notice what those things are. It is time that you give yourself permission to get out of these endless loops of unhappiness, these endless loops of just doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So get super clear on every annoyance that you have in your life, on every single thing that is driving you crazy, on every single thing that you are sick and tired of. We say that for a reason, don't we? Sick and tired of. Because those situations are making you sick and they're making you tired. They are exhausting you. They're draining your energy. Stop it. These are the lessons that are going to repeat, and they're going to loop, and it's going to only get more and more intense. And like I said, when we are in Mercury retrograde, that Mercury retrograde period will very much magnify. It will highlight, it will bring to your attention all of these things, all of the stuff from your past. And this could be belief systems. This could be your perspective on something or someone that is going to really come around and probably be uncomfortable, probably show you some uncomfortable truths and put you back into that sick and tired of feeling, so that you can see that you actually have the power. You are in control of changing that situation, of changing that response that you have to that thing. Just choose different. Just choose more wisely. Choose to do things that feel better instead of looping in cycles that don't feel good. So I wanted to share this message because I know I feel like lots of somebodies need to hear this message today on this beautiful first day of Mercury retrograde. And you know what? For that reason, I actually love Mercury retrograde, because it brings up so much crap for our awareness. It helps us to see so much of where we are stuck, where we keep ourselves stuck, and where we voluntarily loop on these merry-go-rounds and keep going around and round until the point that we get like so dizzy and nauseous that we just want to keel over, right? And I'm sure that there are several things in your life right now. And if there aren't, then that means that you just got way too comfortable in your comfort zone. If there is nothing that is like tweaking you that much, then you're too comfortable in your comfort zone. Then you got to evaluate that. Or maybe you're just really bored in your comfort zone. Then this would be a really good time to take a look at it and be like, yeah, do I just choose to keep looping in these cycles of like comfort, but I'm so bored of them, I'm so tired of them, I'm so sick of them, right? Live, thrive. We are all meant to live and thrive, babe. We're all meant to like have an amazing life. We're meant to be the highest expressions of ourselves. But you can't be that if you're always looping in cycles and in lessons that you're not learning. You can't thrive. So just know, I just want to empower you and let you know that you have the control and the power to change this, to get off that merry-go-round that you are tired of riding. So that's my message for today. Like and share this video and subscribe so that it can get out, so that the algorithm pushes it out to many others, because I know with this Mercury retrograde, especially the sign of Sag, right? The time when you need to get really clear and really focused on what you're aiming towards and where you're going. This is the time. This is the time to get off those merry-go-round lessons, those repeating situations that take you absolutely nowhere and keep you stagnating. This is the time. So let's push it out as far and wide as possible. The more interaction, a channel has, the more it recommends it to other viewers. It's how it works. So get it out there. I love you. I support you. I commend you if you are getting off that merry-go-round, if you are already taking proactive steps to move yourself out of situations that you're done with, that you're done stagnating with, that you're done repeating over and over. If there are situations like that, then you're going to do awesome this Mercury retrograde. And I think you're actually going to have a lot of fun. And that's the other thing, is really focus on fun. Give yourself permission to play. Give yourself permission to have fun. Give yourself permission to say no to the things that piss you off, that annoy you, that are stagnating, that are always the same. Okay? That's my message. Take care. Bye.